It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Los Angeles Clippers. So for Los Angeles, their last game, a loss to Washington. They have yet to play their best basketball this season, or at least they hope that's the case, because with a record of 1-5 out of the gate, they really need to improve. And tonight, Danilo Gallinari takes the floor. Has the height of a power forward, the game of a small forward. Kenny, what does he give this team?
Scoring efficiency. You know, lots of threes, lots of free throws, lots of versatility.
Impressive skill level for his size. Can shoot from a standstill and put the ball on the floor.
That does it for us. Kevin Harlan with a call, and we will see y'all later.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We've got a Western Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this Oklahoma City crowd wants some love from their Thunder. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
Their last game against this squad, they won out thanks to some big contributions from the bench.
Yeah, that second unit was fantastic in the last meeting. They infused a ton of energy and, somewhat surprisingly, a lot of points production.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, Paul George has made a reputation as a dynamic two-way player. He said you can dominate a game in so many ways. That's always been my mindset. I just go out there and ball. Kevin, back to you.
Well, you love that versatility, DA. Thank you. Doors when the light finally goes on for a young guy, so fun to watch. Younger players who've got all the talent and all the world right in front of them, but yet haven't put it all together just quite yet.
It's amazing to me how quickly we can give up on a young guy who maybe doesn't find success right out of the gate. But the reality is you have to remember, player development is the lifeblood of this league, maybe now more than ever with the current state of the salary cap. So a little patience as a fan base goes a long, long way.
Let's get a nice clean game, huh?
And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Good friends Harris and Marjanovic are the pair inside. Gilgeous-Alexander and Bradley pair up at the 1 and the 2. And it's Mbamute in at the small forward position. Outside Bradley. Back to Mbamute. No good from outside. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Oklahoma City to the inside. No good from Grant. Outside Bradley. And the shot falls short this time. To the paint. Here's Grant. Outside for George. Kept alive.
3 straight misses to begin the game, not the start they were hoping for.
And here's Los Angeles, defeated by the Wizards in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, but they didn't roll over in that game. Had a good chance still to pull out the victory. Just couldn't come through in crunch time.
You know, here's the thing. They played hard. Strategy was solid. They had a couple of lulls, and it really cost them.
The shot's good from Robertson. Robertson's got the first points of the night for the Thunder.
Well, Andre Robertson, a little separation on the interior. That's pretty.
Passes it to Marjanovic. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Right wing. Here is Mbamute. And the Clippers miss again.
Scoreless after 4 shots. Wow.
Harris against Grant. Back to Westbrook. Outside, George. Right side, Westbrook. There's the triple. Nailed from three-point land. Westbrook's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Stolen by George. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. And Adams with the slam.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
Well, they seem to be taking control. There's no doubt about that. Quality shots on every possession with great execution.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Well, you think to Steven Adams, and coming out of New Zealand, playing about 1 year at the University of Pittsburgh, now in his 5th season as a starter for the Thunder. And what a pivotal guy he's become for this franchise.
And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. In the 3rd spot, Montrezl Harrell. The 4th spot held by Steven Adams.
As well as these two shot the ball, it was a nightmare situation for a defender guarding either one of them. It's so hard to stop them from getting their shots off.
And Steven Adams drafted by OKC with the 12th pick in 2013. That draft pick, a centerpiece of the James Harden trade.
And that trade will go down as one of the great conversation pieces of all time, whether or not you should have moved James Harden. But the reality is, where Adams is concerned, they got a two-way big man with incredible athleticism, unbelievable physical strength, and an evolving offensive game. So this is one piece of the trade that you have made great use of.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Right. The effort could have been so much better. You've got to be willing to fight through that screen. There's no question about it.
Now here's Adams. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
Yeah, but his shot blocking was a factor as well. 3 on the game, just a major presence on the D.
Well, an elite perimeter defender, Andre Robertson uses that impressive length to bother players. What a solid role player this guy has become.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And a season ago, only converting at about a 72% clip from the line.
And the first one drops. The Oklahoma City Thunder with one of the more rabid fan bases, Doris, in the NBA.
Well, 7 straight seasons of sellouts. There's something about the love affair you find in these small market one sport towns. This is an organization that has the complete and full support of their community.
That one is no good. Clippers trail by 5. To the paint. Here is Mbamute, and it's sent back by George.
How about the timing from Paul George on that rejection? Twice on the pipes.
Grant kicks to George. Off the mark from 16 feet out. And it's Harris with the ball for Los Angeles. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Adams outside. Westbrook feeling it out a bit, and it's Grant in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Over Harris. Rejected by Harris. And Mbamute against George. Here's Bradley. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 4th rebound in this one. And there's the feed to Grant. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Boy, I didn't think he had a chance of stopping that lay-in. What a gutsy defensive play.
That one good for 2.
Well, Kev, that's the court vision of Avery Bradley. Remarkable how he finds these wide-open teammates on a consistent basis.
Here's Robertson. Out to the right wing. Here's Westbrook. Lays it up and banks it in. Westbrook's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Marjanovic finds Harris. Stolen by Grant. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. And the dunk by Grant.
Well, that's an example of the hard work of Jeremy Grant paying off with the theft. Nicely done.
Clippers trail by 5. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Just great timing on that play, too, guys. Makes it impossible for the defense to react.
Robertson can't hit. Los Angeles is gone. Just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. The offensive rebound. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 on the clock. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
Well, that's a head scratch. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball. I'll tell you, you're not going to find a much more confident basketball player. He always believes the points are going to come.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Oklahoma City. And then for the Clippers, Harrell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Alinari comes in for Mba'amuta. And it's Williams in for Bradley. Here's Williams. Westbrook with the block.
Oh, my goodness. Russell Westbrook twice on the pipe. Sends that shot back. My goodness.
On defense, the Thunder. It's a 5-point game. Harris passes to Harrell. He gets that one.
Check out that assist. You can tell a player who's seeing the whole floor very well.
Schroeder kicks to Westbrook. A floater up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. Clippers trail by 5. Williams finds Harrell. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 6. Ball's knocked loose. And here we go with Adams running it up the court. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And it's a 7-point Oklahoma City lead. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Clippers call time here.
Well, you think back to a time when people wondered if Westbrook was too aggressive playing with KD. They said Russ was taking too many shots. No questions anymore. Westbrook is the man in OKC.
For the Thunder, Noel's checked in for Adams. Patterson comes in for Jeremy Grant. That's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. And then for Los Angeles, Gortat's checked in for Tobias Harris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And for Westbrook, winning the MVP and averaging a triple-double for an entire season. Greg, how much does he have left to prove?
Well, it's all about winning. We know Russ can take over a game. We know he can make his teammates better. How much better and how far they get in the playoffs, that's the real question.
The first one falls, and just an impossible shot to guard at times. Doris, when you think of that step-back jump shot in the league, it's lethal, and there are a couple guys who have perfected it.
Well, 2 in particular. James Harden, that step back that he added is now unguardable, and Steph Curry as well. Those 2 men, when they decide to get to that step-back jumper, turn the lights out, close the gym doors, and step back because it's going in.
The Clippers in the past few seasons, Greg, have completely overhauled their roster. They are making some serious changes here.
Practically nobody from the team 2 years ago is still with the franchise. It was a complete teardown, and they felt they needed to hit the reboot button. Jerry West knows what he's doing, though, and he's done this before with great success.
Now here's Schroeder, following the miss by Lou Williams. Here's George. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. 4-on-3 break. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Schroeder leading the charge. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. To the inside, Williams. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he went all in there. He embraces the challenge and somehow finishes with the layup.
Now, here's George. He's coming off a 22-point game against Phoenix.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 7 from past the arc. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Guys, listen, the defense was totally invisible on that 3-point attempt. Nobody even in his zip code.
Pass to George. He feeds it to Noel. Good on the bucket. And the Thunder lead by 6.
How about that show of strength from Nerlens Noel? No fear in how he attacks the defense on these shots.
Here's Schroeder. Chalk up 2 there. Schroeder's got his first 2 points. Clippers trail by 8. There's the pass to Williams. Teardrop shot. Here's Gortat. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's called battling your way for the second chance opportunity. Gortat is a real handful.
On the wing, George. Gallinari covering. A nice shot by George.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Williams kicks to Gallinari. And here is Felton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Passes it to Schroeder. Back to George. Pass to Noel. 5 to shoot. And now it's a double-digit lead. And now an 11-point Oklahoma City lead.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Arenas is checked in for Paul George. .136 left to play in the first quarter.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Felton the pass to Noel. His 2nd shot goes in, off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
1:21 left to play here in the first. Beverly looking around. He kicks to Harrell. Beverly finds Harrell.
Ouch. 3 fouls for him already. And now if you're the coach, you got to think about sitting him down.
The Clippers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
When you think about the Oklahoma City Thunder, you have to start and end the conversation with the historic regular seasons put on by Russell Westbrook. The one thing you have to wonder, has he taken them as far as he can?
Now Patterson. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Gallinari with the steal.
Well, getting in the lane and making your presence known is crucial part of the defense for these guys.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
And the first one drops. Gallinari hits them both.
I'll tell you, he's coming through for them at the free throw line today. His form has been perfect.
46 seconds left in the first.
Boy, it picks up that second foul very early in this game. He's going to have to tread lightly for the rest of this half.
Oklahoma City shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Clippers trail by 10. Beverly with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Fades. Here's Gortat. He gets it in there.
Well, we think of Marcin Gortat as a tough physical defender, but this guy has tremendously good touch near the cup.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Schroeder kicks to Noel. Back to Schroeder. Over Beverly. And it's Schroeder missing. It's deflected. Now here's Gortat. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Back right after this. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me. In my darkest days, I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine, so.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
It has, Greg, no doubt. Love that they've gotten after it on the defensive end. Just continue to put pressure on.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Gortat, and it's Gallinari in at the 3. Now here's Patterson. Out to the right wing for 3. Felton. Second shot opportunity, and Noel lays it up and in. Noel's got 6.
We're talking about a guy who's got incredible length. Nerlens Noel doing work on the glass.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Schroeder against Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. Just his first attempt. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And Beverly really primarily known as a defensive player, much improved in terms of what he does offensively.
And Patrick Beverly last season excited for a bigger role on the Clippers, but knee surgery wiped out his season.
Yeah, and he's in the final year of his contract, Kevin. A lot at stake as he hopes to earn a significant raise from a salary that's been one of the league's best bargains.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the Clippers have hit the reset button, and you wonder how that affects their head coach, Doc Rivers. Now, he seemed reluctant to lead a rebuild with the Celtics, but he's on board doing it with the Clippers. Even though the Clippers relieved him of his title of president of basketball operations in 2017, Rivers has just signed a new extension that will keep him coaching the team for the next few years. Kevin?
Well, if nothing else, DA, he has guided them through some pretty dark hours. Thank you. And the Clippers call time here.
Well, Dennis Schroeder showed he can handle high usage in an offense. Was the first option for the Hawks this past season. Even with defenses keyed in on him, he was able to average right around 20 points.
And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Grant comes in for Patrick Patterson. Robertson, he's checked in for Raymond Felton. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Dennis Schroeder. And with Schroeder, he said he learned how to deal with all that extra defensive attention.
And being able to stay productive when dealing with the best opposing defender goes a long way in the NBA. Schroeder also managed to cut down on his turnovers while taking on more of a playmaker role. Strong year for him offensively, and I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to grow as a player.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Westbrook, and the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him. Stolen by Grant. Here's Robertson. Mbamute pulls it in. Clippers trail by 6. Harris outside. To the middle. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
A brief check now of the stats for Russell Westbrook. Great showing for him last season. Last season, he chipped in about 25 per, 10 assists and 10 rebounds. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
To the middle. Here's Harris. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
You know, they worked hard, they drew fouls, but they just couldn't convert at the line.
I think that's the most frustrating thing, right? You've earned the opportunity to take those free throws, and you don't cash in at the line.
He's off on the first. And Russell Westbrook, he is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation.
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fire, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
Doris, when you talk about coaching, aside from wins and losses, how can you gauge if a coach is doing a good job?
Well, you make a great point, Kevin, because if an organization is in a rebuild situation, then winning is almost impossible because you're outgunned and outmanned every single night. So to evaluate those coaches, here are the things I would look at. One, are you maximizing the talent at your disposal? Are your player development skills at such a degree that you're seeing incremental improvement from the guys on your roster? And then ultimately, Kevin, are guys playing hard? Are they competitive every night? Even if the wins don't necessarily show in the box score and at the end of the, the regular season, the reality is, are you playing hard? Are you competitive?
Here is Mbamute. A second chance effort. Harris, no good.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
Adams outside. The dish to Westbrook. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Abrinas, guarded by Bradley. Rejected by Marjanovic. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Westbrook with the steal. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Abrinas. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Thunder in 4th.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, Alex Abrinas in his 3rd year out of Spain. This guy brings tremendous size, 6'6" shooting guard, and boy, can he shoot it 37% from distance.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Abrinas has relied on his three-point shooting, the vast majority of his attempts coming from beyond the arc.
Well, when you've played alongside Russell Westbrook, you've got to be prepared for catch-and-shoot opportunities. And I think this is what Alex Abrinas' strength is. Now, what has to happen is he's got to diversify that offensive game as his career progresses. And he's got to make sure, Kevin, that he evolves as a defensive player as well. He's got to understand great positioning. He's got to be on point with all of his scouts of his opponents. But this guy can be a knockdown shooter.
And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Thunder.
And the one shot they've stayed away from tonight has been that long three. They've been a little more consistent with their shot selection, not launching as many deep threes.
Now here's Westbrook. 17 points for him last game against Phoenix. Kicks it to Adams. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Bradley. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. The Clippers again turning it over.
And looking now at some numbers for Steven Adams. A very nice season for him last year. 4th in field goal percentage. And he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. Here's Robertson. Here's Abrinas. Misses the three.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Bradley on the wing. Buries the long-range jumper. Bradley's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, I love how self-assured Avery Bradley has become. On the catch and shoot, there's no hesitation.
Westbrook drives in, and the dunk by Grant.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Clippers trail by 6. At the elbow, it's Harris. Some solid defense from Grant. Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Westbrook passes to Grant. Some solid defense from Harris.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot's good from Mbah-a-Moute. Mbah-a-Moute has got his first points of the night.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Westbrook dishes to Adams. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Back to Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
Well, I'll tell you this. Russell Westbrook is absolutely cooking on the offensive end. You can see the opponent's head coaches shaking their heads like, uh-oh.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 8. Harris with it. Now defended by Grant. Harris looking it over. Clock at 6. Shoots over Grant, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Harris has got his second bucket of the night.
I'll tell you, the crowd is stunned he got that one to fall.
Robertson kicks to Westbrook. Goes up the baseline. Rebound by the Clippers. Marjanovic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Down low. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Tobias Harris.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now here's Westbrook. 14 points for him. And it's Grant in the corner. Second shot opportunity. Abrinas kicks to Westbrook. Shoots the 3. Abrinas' shot is off.
Oh, great job on the closeout, providing a lot of good D on the perimeter.
Well, that's just superb effort on the defensive end. You don't allow the shooter to get into a rhythm from deep.
The shot, no good. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 8 points for him. Knocks it loose. It's Bradley on the wing. Harris outside. The putback. Here's Marjanovic. And Adams sends it back.
Well, so good at anticipating when shots are going to go up. Steven Adams, terrific protecting the basket.
Grant. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Jeremy Grant, great genes for the game, Greg. Father was Harvey, uncle was Horace, both NBA players and stars. His brother Jerian also in the association.
Yeah, and Jeremy might be the best athletically of them all. I mean, 6'8" with that 7'3" wingspan, great bounce. If he can develop his skill to match, he'll have a long and prosperous NBA career.
No good on the free throw. Doris, I'm looking at Jeremy Grant, a second-round pick back in 2014 out of Syracuse. The Grant family has produced a number of NBA players. What do you think caused him to slip to the second round?
Well, Jeremy Grant was definitely a young man drafted on potential. Here we have a great athlete whose game is still sort of rounding its way out. He has gotten on the floor in the NBA because of his defense, his ability to run in transition, and I think on the offensive end, there are a number of areas he can improve on. He can become a knockdown mid-range shooter. He can get 8 to 10 points in transition or offensive rebounds. There's a lot to like here, Kevin.
Now here's Williams. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Washington, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And the Thunder making a change here. Felton's checked in. Stolen by George. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And that one, good. Schroeder's got 5.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. 7-point differential. Gallinari against George. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. A nice shot by Gallinari. He's got 8.
I'll tell you, that's nice work, right? You move, you get into space on the perimeter, and you knock down the 3.
Here's the lob to Adams. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, the New Zealander shows a little hops on the alley-oop.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Everly with the ball. Now guarded by Schroeder. Gallinari wide open, and it's off from 3-point range. The Thunder leading by 6. No one near Felton as he lets it go. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got assist number 5 here tonight. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 5 from 3-point land since the end of the first. On the wing, Williams. He's covered by Felton. Williams, that's good.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
George against Gallinari. And George, here we go. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Gallinari. And he was one of many big names in free agency this past summer. Paul George, a huge part of that. But, you know, Greg, he didn't take long to make his decision.
Many expected George to maybe jump to the Lakers. Had been saying it was his dream to play in L.A. for over a year. But credit Westbrook and the Thunder. They won him over. He was one of the first signings in free agency to re-up with OKC.
First free throw is good.
Well, I don't know that when he was selected 10th overall back in 2010, that the casual fan understood that Paul George would become one of the most effective two-way players in the NBA, but he's done just that.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Patterson's checked in. And so he makes both from the line.
When you think about Billy Donovan, to me, he's a guy who values trust and building relationships with players. This guy is not a dictator. He wants to help players grow and develop, and that helps you win.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And George with this stuff.
And plays like that demonstrate Paul George's athletic ability. He's not just an elite scorer, he is a high flyer.
Williams against Felton. Outside Williams. To the left wing. Beverly wide open. Thunder with the rebound. Noel's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And so it's Oklahoma City going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, but I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
We talk about guys with big verticals, but Russell Westbrook is the next level. First one in the air, he's still up, he's still up, he's still up. Last one to come down, and his body is always in control. A nice body, I may add.
Kenny, what's your take on the Clippers?
Their lack of execution surprised me. You know, they had a lot of turnovers off sloppy ball handling, which goes back to the fundamentals. And I know we say it all the time, just make the simple play. And this is why. Without giving away possessions, they'd be a lot closer in this game.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game. He has been everywhere.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
I don't think there's any question that that's an added bonus for this team, Greg. I'll be interested to see, can he keep it up in the second half?
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Clippers trail by 10. Inside pairing is Grant and Adams. Robertson and George fill out the wings. And it's Westbrook in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now here is Harris. Shoots over Grant. A nice shot by Harris. Harris has got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Clippers. The Thunder leading by 8. And here's Westbrook. He dishes it to Adams. Knocked loose. Baamute with the steal. Westbrook with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And it's George finishing it off.
Kev, the speed in transition. Paul George is dynamic in space.
Clippers trail by 10. Pass to Marjanovic. Over Adams. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
Robertson can't hit.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Bradley deciding where to go with it. Feeds to Harris. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. They recover it. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Outside Bradley. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Drops in the tray. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, you know, a lack of effort defensively, and he gets a very good look from deep.
Outside Westbrook. Rejected by Harris. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Amute finds Marjanovic. Adams, some nice D.
Yeah, good interior D there. Prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end. Well, this is the classic hot hand, right? If he can keep it up, their lead will be safe.
Clippers trail by 9. The pass to Mbamute. And here's Harris from the arc. Harris missing again. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Westbrook passes to Robertson. No good on the triple.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Clippers are going in a new direction. Now, Coach Doc Rivers said, we had a shot. I don't think anybody understands how hard it is to win a title. Until you do that, you're going to be frustrated a lot and have to make tough decisions. Kevin?
Well, they're trying to make the right decisions to rebuild better than before, D.A. Thanks. Here's Robertson. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Here's Westbrook. Offensive rebound. Here's Adams. Drops in the layup for 2. Adams has got 8 points.
We are talking about a big-time offensive rebounder, and Steven Adams unafraid to impose his will with that frame.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 8 points for him. Goes up on the high post. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Left side Westbrook. Grant outside. Back to Westbrook. Puts it up from 12. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the Clippers get called for the foul.
2 shots, gentlemen.
Well, over time, Russell Westbrook has worked on perfecting that up fake. He takes pride in getting the defenders off their feet.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
So Russell Westbrook, the man who only got a college scholarship because someone else didn't want it, comes into the NBA as simply an athletic combo guard, has turned himself into one of the NBA's best. What a story, Mr. Harlan.
He's off on the second. Clippers trail by 8. Outside Bradley. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got 9 points now in just the second half.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shots. This is really well done.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Pass to Marjanovic. Dishes it to Harris. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Paul George is so versatile, Doris. He could play in any system, don't you think?
Oh, I completely concur, Kevin. This is a man who can create offense with the ball in his hands. In a secondary role, we know he can be a knockdown shooter, and we're talking about an elite NBA defender. So any team in the league could use a player like PG.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Good on both. Clippers trail by 10. Los Angeles calls timeout.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Well, I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
And a look here at the shot chart for Westbrook.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
Here's George. And Adams kicks to George. Goes back up, and it's Adams getting it to go. Adams has got 12 in the game.
This is Steven Adams at his absolute best. This guy is a high percentage shooter because he understands how to use his frame. Dominating this quarter. He's been absolutely fantastic shooting the ball, and they still trail.
Pass to Westbrook. No good that time, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Marjanovic with it. He's covered by Westbrook, and the basket is good. 6 points for him.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Robertson kicks to Westbrook. Adams trying to free himself up. Missed it for the 8th time in 15 tries from the floor.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
The Thunder leading by 6. Left side Westbrook. Now the feed to Adams to the wing right side. The shot's good from Robertson.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
And the pass to Marjanovic. It's stolen by Adams. With the teardrop. Here's Westbrook. Banked in off the glass. Westbrook's got 21.
My goodness gracious, did he get off his feet fast? Russell Westbrook refusing to give up on the possession.
Tipped away. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Westbrook. In the corner, it's Harris. Shot clock at 6. Off target from outside. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the 3rd quarter. George. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Don't you get the sense that Paul George relishes these challenges? He knows he's a top-tier player. He fears no one.
Now here's Bradley. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Marjanovic with it. Pass to Westbrook. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. He's got 23.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Pass to Marjanovic. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Westbrook.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
For Los Angeles, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And he knocks down the first one. For the Thunder, Nerlens Noel checks in for Steven Adams. Patterson comes in for Grant. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Andre Robertson. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Gortat's checked in for Marjanovic. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Tobias Harris. Gallinari, he's checked in for Mbamute. And it's Williams in for Avery Bradley. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Schroeder dishes to Westbrook. Back to Schroeder. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Williams.
Unable to close out defensively, even against the smaller shooter.
Well, credit the shooter. It's just great work carving just enough space to get that 3 off in time. Well, he soars to the rim to finish off that alley-oop. Patterson playing way above the cylinder.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. For 3, Williams. The Thunder pull it in.
Boy, he's so used to having a hand in his face that I think it caught him off guard to be that wide open.
Schroeder finds Patterson. Got a hand on it. And now the Clippers on the break. Williams is running. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Russell Westbrook.
You know, there are certain players who just seem to have a knack for putting the ball in the basket. Lou Williams is in that category.
And Lou Williams, not the biggest, not the most athletic, but Greggy finds ways to score.
Yeah, you know, whether he's creating space or creating contact, very few play that cat and mouse game better than Lou Williams.
And that one falls for Williams.
And Williams is sort of the classic instant offense guy. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he can provide a spark whenever they need one.
Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. And both free throws good for Williams.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Now Schroeder, he's got 5. Felton the pass to George. He's looking for Patterson and finds him. It's good from Schroeder on the assist by Patterson. And that's now 7 points for Dennis Schroeder.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Beverly for 3. Not going to go that time. And the Thunder going the other way now. And George kicks it over to Schroeder. Good on the triple. Schroeder's got 5 points now in the quarter.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
The pass to Gallinari. From down in the low post, it goes. Gallinari's got 10.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Felton against Williams. Here's Schroeder. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. And the shot goes in. 8 points for him.
Well, guys, when your father and older brother are boxers, Gortat is not scared of a little contact.
Schroeder kicks to Felton. Stolen by Beverly, and out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Thursday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Friday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Noel, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Boy, certain guys, it's just a rough season, right? For Nerlens Noel last year, that was the case. Couldn't get any consistent playing time. And after looking to be finally on the rise, he takes a step back in his development. It's got to be tough.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That's good from Noel.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Both free throws good from Noel.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
Schroeder against Beverly. Back to Harrell. On the wing, Williams. Plenty of space. Jump shot is good. Williams has got 13.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here is George. He's got 12. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Williams looking around. Out to the right wing. And Beverly kicks to Harrell. Williams outside. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Oklahoma City up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The Thunder leading by 12, and on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th. Williams and Gallinari out on the perimeter. Gortat is out there with Montrezl Harrell, and it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. Now here's Williams. Tries again. And there's the nice layup by Gortat. Gortat's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Clippers. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's George. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Clippers trail by 10. Left side, Williams. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Noel's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Felton is up top. He's guarded by Williams. Felton dishes to Schroeder. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. 13 points for Dennis Schroeder.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Here's Beverly, and the rejection by Noel. Felton against Williams. Pass to Schroeder. He kicks it to George. Over Gallinari. Here's Adams, a second chance effort, and that one is good.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Beverly finds Harrell. On the wing, Williams takes the 3, and the 3 ball is good. Williams has got 10 points here in the second half.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Right. The effort could have been so much better. You've got to be willing to fight through that screen. There's no question about it.
Now, here is George. He feeds it to Adams. The shot comes out. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Clippers trail by 12. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. 6 to shoot. 18 feet out. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Schroeder with the ball. Passes it to George. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Gortat's got 11 rebounds in the game. Williams with a clean look, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
And here's Los Angeles. It's been 8 unanswered points for them. Schroeder against Beverly. Kicks it to Gortat. The dish to Williams. Shot clock at 5. The shot, no good. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Robertson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Marjanovic checked in for Los Angeles. Tobias Harris comes in for Harrell. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Grant, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. The Clippers also changing it up. And Bahamute comes in for Gallinari. And Bradley subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Schroeder looking around. And here's George for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. And the Thunder lead by 10.
Consistent shooter from outside the arc. Paul George is terrific at finding space when he needs to get a shot off.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Schroeder kicks to George. And Robertson has it in the corner. Not going to go that time.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
To the right side. Paul George with the steal. Oh, and here comes Schroeder all alone.
Well, the length of Paul George creating opportunities for his team. He covers an awful lot of ground with that wingspan.
Clippers trail by 10. Outside Bradley. Pass to Marjanovic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Free throw drops for Marjanovic. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
I tell you, as good as he is at the line, it allows him to invite contact when he's down low.
Schroeder against Williams. And George kicks to Grant. And the foul on Avery Bradley. And that'll be his third foul so far. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Avery Bradley. Here's Schroeder. Goes back up. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got 10 points in just the second half.
I'll tell you, Steven Adams will not take a bad shot, and he's starting to cook a little bit right now. Look out, fellas.
And the pass to Marjanovic. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
And Steven Adams came into this league at 19, already a physical specimen, and has only gotten stronger. Just a bruising presence down low.
And plenty of bumping and elbowing inside as ever. Steven Adams strong enough, though, to come out on top of that battle.
Yeah, not shy at all about contact. Grew up the youngest of 18 children. He had to hit above his weight for over a decade. Now he's got the upper hand.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
And you have to admire his focus. Not a good matchup for him in terms of size differential.
No, but that play is about his will, right? He won't back down from the big man. He's going to take it right to him.
The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Yeah, you know, sometimes your gut tells you to take a shot at the pick and then big move to keep the pressure on.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Thunder leading by 5. George looking around. That one falls. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, how about that killer instinct? Paul George understanding he's got it going right now, very confident in his abilities.
Harris outside. To the inside. And Adams sends it back. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. And he gets it to go. And now it's a 9-point Oklahoma City lead.
I'll tell you, there's a tenacity to his driving ability that is almost awe-inspiring. Go ahead, Russell.
Harris against Westbrook. Fades away. Here's Marjanovic. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Marjanovic has got 10 points here in the second half. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And Robertson has it in the corner. Back to Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Robertson can't hit. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
He's unguardable. Nobody been able to contain him here in the fourth quarter. Now 4 of 5 from the field.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Steven Adams.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Evan?
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Westbrook. Outside Williams. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Hey, we're not seeing the best quarter by this guy, and he's lost his feel a little bit.
Here's the lob to Adams. Clippers trail by 10. Now here's Williams. Marjanovic. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, he clearly made adjustments at halftime. Smooth offense right now.
Here's Robertson. He's guarded by Williams. Williams with the steal. Here's Harris. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. The Thunder leading by 6. Outside Westbrook. Here's Robertson. It's hauled in by Harris.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. Clippers trail by 6. Pass to Marjanovic. 8 feet away. And it's in off the backboard. Marjanovic has got 10 points in the quarter.
Listen, he's hot and cold. Don't let him get hot, because then he's rolling.
Here's Robertson, guarded by Bradley. And George kicks to Adams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Rocket 6. Double team on Westbrook. And the Thunder can't hang on to the ball.
Wow, what a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
Los Angeles has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Passes it to Marjanovic. Shoots over Adams. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket for Marjanovic.
High drama here, guys. I mean, they've managed to get hot just when it looked like this thing was out of reach.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Wow. You know the ball is going in when Russell Westbrook steps into these moments. Just so adept at hitting big shots.
Now, here's Marjanovic. And the layup's good off the glass. Marjanovic has got 20 points.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Oh, their communication on offense is working at every level now. These guys are really cohesive. What a run.
I tell you what, I'd settle for having as many points in this game as he has rebounds.
You know, you have to be an absolutely tireless worker to rack up 20-plus boards. No doubt. You love seeing him knock down the clutch basket.
Out to the wing. Now here's Westbrook. Not a lot of room.
There isn't a person in the gym who didn't know Westbrook was taking and making that shot.
One shot.
I mean, he's as close to automatic when he's up at that line, especially when the ball game's a close one.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 2. 36 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. .36 seconds left in the game. Pass to Harris. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Marjanovic down low. Adams on him. They shoot again, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. Can't sink it, and that was an important free throw.
And you know, you can't dwell on that one miss. They're still in a position here to take the lead if they can get a stop. Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Boy, there's just a brute strength and physicality about Steven Adams. This guy knows his role and plays it to perfection.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And right now, you can go for the 2 and then a quick foul, or go for the home run.
Well, you've got to be smart regardless of what you choose to do. You shouldn't just heave the 3 if it's not there. Let's see what happens.
Marjanovic, Gilgeous-Alexander. He can't get that one to fall. Westbrook with the nice D there. And now they foul and stop the clock. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. The pass to Marjanovic. He kicks it to Harris. Right side Bradley. The tray. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Well, Bradley has become a focal point for this team. Not in a huge moment will you see him take a sidestep. Love it.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.